Hello, Kennewick ISD, Superintendent G, and today I have Brian Franklin, our Director of Technology Services, with me. And like a proud papa, I'm going to brag on Brian and his group, and I'll let you, as a proud papa, brag on your group. But through this entire COVID-19 pandemic experience, your team has really stepped up and done some phenomenal things in our district. And for this Friday Focus, I wanted to basically bring attention to y'all's efforts and what you've done. Last night at our board meeting, it was very apparent how much of an impact you have in our district whenever 4 out of your 5 people in your department received multiple PAW awards from our other employees in our district, and you yourself received 3. So that's pretty impressive. So 3 nominations and 3 awards. So I'd like you to tell us about your team and kind of what you see that y'all's progression through the pandemic has been, and how you feel like that y'all have done everything you can to help the district.
Sure. First of all, thank you for everything, and thank everybody who gave us those awards and thought about that. I am very proud to work with my team. I'm proud of all of them, and if we didn't have such good people in place, none of this would have happened. I mean, we saw examples all over the place where things didn't go quite as smoothly, and I think we already had some really good internal processes in place, and we certainly learned from what we saw in other areas, and we tried to not make those mistakes. So I think the team did a good job, and it's not just that. We had cooperation from teachers, from other administrative staff, everyone. This is all a big group effort. So I can't emphasize that enough.
Would you like to tell us who your team members are?
Sure, and that was another thing I was going to come back to. We had 4 out of our 5 got members because 1 is brand new. He's only been here a couple of weeks, and I guarantee if he was here a little bit longer, he'd be on the list too. We've been really impressed with him so far. But yes, we have Rhonda Ladive and Mike Nolan and Claude Rhodes, and Jeffrey Bobbitt is our newest team member. It's been a fun year. We went to spring break and came back, and all of a sudden had to figure out how we're going to first work remotely, just administration being able to meet and do everything through virtual video conferences and discussion boards and chat and file sharing, all of that stuff, and then get teachers access to the remote give teachers remote access to our network that was still secure. And all of this was, nobody prepared. We just went home thinking we were on spring break, and we didn't come back. So we all adjusted.
I remember sitting at that table over there, and we got that call, and we sat on that. And we had probably at that time, I think we probably had 20 people sitting in this room, and we ended that meeting and directly went into small sub meetings, and you and Dr. Vu, and and then you and me, and I mean we went into a whole lot of meetings about planning, and
that's right,
just phenomenal. But our processes, I'm very proud of the processes that we put in place, the planning that we did prior to COVID-19 that helped facilitate a lot of those things.
Sure, yeah.
And a lot of that was you and me meeting, and you coming to me and saying, we need these plans put in place. And, we'd already started down that road, and I think that was very beneficial. And that's a kudos to you for having that side vision to do so. And like I said, I can't speak highly enough of it. Tell us a little bit about some of the things that we brought in. Like, we are now fully, from pre-K through 12th grade, we have one-to-one computers, and just what that took from your team to get that to happen.
Right.
So,
well, we have, our whole team, particularly Rhonda. I've got to give her kudos for this, because she is the primary point for managing our inventory and logistics for the Chromebooks. But it was a group effort. Went through and as what you kind of touched on is we had implemented a rotation plan for our Chromebooks. So we'd already begun rotating some of those new devices in, but we made adjustments. But because of the rotation plan and we had new devices, we had enough of our old ones to recycle them through the elementary campuses. So we were already one-to-one from Arthur from 5th grade up to 12th, so we had to accommodate pre-K through 4 with this. We also chose to check out devices to families who needed it, rather than force everybody to come get a device either. So that allowed people in the community who had internet connectivity and who had computers to use it. And if they needed something, they could come in and get a device. But yes, our team had to find the devices and then work out the logistics to allow people to come pick them up without waiting all day to get one. And we pulled it off. Of course, now we've got, through Operation Connectivity, we have more devices coming in, brand new touchscreen Chromebooks that'll be rolled out for pre-K through 1, and then 2nd through 4th we'll continue using the regular clamshell Chromebooks. And this was, again, it fit into other discussions that we absolutely had before COVID-19. So that was helpful.
I don't think people realize how much planning has gone into pre-planning and the planning since COVID-19.
It's just funny how the timing worked out with the Operation Connectivity and the discounts and
you mentioned Operation Connectivity, which is through the state funding, but we have also had local partnership with through Project Connectivity for hotspots, but also with our local government, with the city.
That's right.
With some of the CARES funding money. You were instrumental in that. We had multiple meetings on those things to facilitate those contributions from the city to get hotspots for our students. Between the new Chromebooks and the hotspots, I feel like we're in pretty good shape.
We are. I feel the same way.
All right. Well, thank you all for all you've been doing for our district, and I think the recognition that you guys are receiving is well deserved. And as always, the future is bright in Kennedale ISD.
Thank you.